Let's be real, if you're trying to build your career, life gets noisy, right? It's a constant stream of pings, back-to-back meetings, and to-do list that just seems to grow on its own. Well, in this explainer, we're going to show you how to cut through all of that noise with a really powerful, structured way to find the clarity and focus you've been looking for. So, does this sound familiar? Your calendar is jammed, you're firing off emails at all hours, you're doing a ton of stuff. But then you get to the end of the day and you're left wondering, did I actually make any real progress on what matters? It's like you're stuck on this hamster wheel, just reacting to everything instead of being in the driver's seat. Yeah? That feeling? That's what we're talking about when we say mental clutter. It's exactly this gap you see here, the one between being constantly busy and actually feeling a sense of accomplishment. It's the reason why, even with all that effort, you might feel kind of stuck or overwhelmed, or maybe not even sure you're heading in the right direction. But what if the fix isn't some new productivity app you have to download or another complicated life hack? What if the real answer is a practice that's been around for literally thousands of years, used by some of the sharpest minds in history? I mean, this isn't some new idea. The Roman philosopher Seneca was all over this centuries ago. You can see from this quote, he wasn't just, spacing out and thinking about his day. He was systematically reviewing it, what he did, what he said. For him, this was a survival tool for navigating the crazy world he lived in. And that core idea is exactly what we're going to unpack. What we're talking about is called structured reflection. And let's be clear, this isn't daydreaming. It's a deliberate, focused process of looking inward to figure things out. It's about really understanding the why behind what you do, so you can start making sure your day-to-day actions actually line up with your big picture goals. All right, so how do we actually do this? Let's get practical. We're going to build your toolkit right now, and we've boiled it down to 3 really powerful, easy-to-use tools you can start with today. Okay, tool number 1 is what we call the daily anchor. And look how simple this is. We're talking 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. In the morning, you just set your intention, asking yourself things like, what's actually in my control today? That helps you focus your energy. Then at night, you do a quick review, not to beat yourself up, but to see what worked, learn a little something, and just let the day go. It's an unbelievably efficient way to stay grounded. So if the daily anchor is your rudder for the day, think of tool number 2 as your personal compass for the entire journey. This tool is all about the bigger picture. It's a set of really powerful questions designed to make sure your ship is pointed in the right direction, to get super clear on your values and the life you actually want to build. And this is where it gets really good. Just look at the power of some of these questions. Asking, what story am I telling myself about a current struggle, can completely change your perspective. But that last one, wow. If I removed all external validation, who would I be? Seriously, that one question can slice right through all the noise and get to the core of what actually drives you. Now, tool number 3 is a bit of a pro move. We're going to borrow a trick that high-performing remote teams use all the time, a personal performance review. You know how teams do check-ins to talk about progress, plans, and blockers? Well, you can use that exact same framework for yourself. This isn't about being your own micromanaging boss. It's about getting clear, spotting what's in your way, and making sure you're working on the right things. So we've got the tools, the daily anchor, the personal compass, the performance review, but why bother? What are the actual tangible results of doing this? Well, the data is actually pretty staggering. So look at this, 28%. What in the world is that about? That is a major drop in anxiety. Clinical research into the exact kind of stoic-based journaling we're talking about shows it can have a huge, measurable impact on your mental health. So this isn't just about feeling a little better. It's a practice with real, science-backed benefits. And it doesn't stop there. When you make reflection a real habit, you get smarter about your own emotions. You start aligning what you do every day with what you truly value. You build up this resilience so you can respond to curveballs thoughtfully instead of just freaking out. And maybe most importantly, you learn how to turn mistakes into fuel for growth. Okay, I get it. This all sounds great in theory, but where do you even begin, right? The hardest part is just starting. So let's make it incredibly simple. Let's talk about your first 5 minutes. Here it is, your 3-step plan to get going like right now. First, just pick one question. Any question we've talked about that sparks something in you. Second, set a timer for just 5 minutes. That's it. This is all about consistency, not writing an epic novel. And third,
Just write. Don't edit, don't judge. The goal here is curiosity, not perfection.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. If you knew today was your last day, what would suddenly become important? And maybe more critically, what would you finally let go of? A question like that just cuts through all the daily static, all the little frustrations, and forces you to focus on what's essential. And really, that's what this is all about. Consistently clearing away the noise to make room for what truly matters.